Alright, so I've decided to get into this whole montage reviewing business, but I want to go at this a little differently. Instead of quote unquote reviewing montages, I'm going to analyze what are, in my view, objectively bad ones and hopefully provide some legitimate criticism for them. My goal for this is to both improve the quality of my videos in the future, ensuring I don't make similar mistakes, and to hopefully increase the quality of other people's videos in the process. This particular video I saw pop up on my Twitter feed a few days ago, and it's particularly, let's say, eye-opening. So without further ado, here is my investigation of Killing Rampage by a team called Ideal Brilliance. It was at this point where I was seriously wondering if there was something wrong with my audio. Oh my god, where do I begin? First of all, what's up with the samurai sword? Second of all, why is there a BO2 cinematic when the first clip is a Modern Warfare 3 clip? Third of all, this entire scene is just so cheesy. The 3D model of the BO2 guy is so much darker compared to the rest of the frame, and this has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the video. This is a Call of Duty teamtage, not a fucking Pixar movie. Okay, listen. I get that the vast majority of people who edit COD videos are amateurs. The people that aren't are few and far between. Because of this, it's hard to really effectively criticize cheesy effects like this because there's just so much blatantly wrong with them. However, it's much easier to criticize basic logistical errors. First of all, Last Stand only takes one bullet to kill. Second of all, I was not aware that when you lazily toss a loaded M9 over your shoulder, it explodes like the nuke that went off in COD 4's campaign. Third of all, how do you shoot a gun if your finger isn't even on the trigger? What is this, a Dark Brotherhood quest? Apart from the fact that they blatantly ripped off the exact model of Alduin from Skyrim, why even include a dragon in the first place? This video is from 2015, so I'll let the opener being an MSR6 on Mission Hill and an SL slide, but from what I can tell so far, the color correction is way too overbearing, and it seems like they just use effects for effect's sake. Not to mention the bass booms are a little unnecessary, but hopefully that won't be a problem going forward. Yes, we know it's a 6 on screen, you don't need to tell us. What is the point of all this? So it seems like the bass booms are going to be a bit of a problem after all. Apart from the fact that every other shot sounds like someone ripped ass, half the time you can't even see what's going on. There are so many effects being thrown at you all at once that it's like I feel like I have to slow down time to even understand what's happening. I've had to go back and rewatch the last BO1 clip on Nuketown at least 3 or 4 times just to understand what the fuck happened. It was a 5 on, by the way. This is going to be a long video. The messed up part about this is that some of these clips are actually pretty good. It's just so overshadowed by this absurd edit. I'm kind of having trouble understanding how that clip was a multi. Are they actually encouraging you to skip to the closer? Because I will. I'll do it. Oh, please, no, not the reload sound. Is it just me, or did that clip look a little suspicious? It kind of reminded me of Inspire's BO1 triple on Cracked. So that clip was not worthy of a cinematic that was longer than the clip itself, but I have to hand it to him. That was a pretty good transition. Apart from the overbearing color correction, lens flare, and Sornuda ripping ass, that cinematic was actually really good, and the clip was pretty darn good as well. You've got to be kidding me. So that's the end of the first part. The main thing I have to criticize as a whole is the edit. The bass booms are too much, the color correction is way too overbearing and orange, and the amount and intensity of the lens flares is absurd. And not to mention, the 3D modeling just doesn't belong. It really seems like this editor's mindset going into editing this was more effects equals better, which isn't necessarily true. The clips, however, are pretty good. They aren't great, but good. If this Teamtage had a better edit, judging from what I've seen of the clips, I probably would not have even considered making a video on this. I have to admit, I am liking the edit on this part way better than the previous. However, it seems very bare. Also, I'm not entirely sure why they kept this clip in. It's a 360 ground spin no scope. With the combination of the bare edit and the 360 ground spin, it feels like I've been transported back to a COD 4 mini from 2008. I can't be the only one that doesn't like BO2 swap clips, especially on Hijack Spawn Trap. I've never gotten the point of putting the final kill cam after the initial trick shot. You're essentially showing the same clip twice. Why not just cut it right as he shoots and put the round-ending kill cam there? Kills two birds with one stone. How do people get these lobbies? That was a damn good clip, actually. A 5-on ×3 with a 5 multi? Shame it was on a popular spawn trap. I'm not sure why the editor decided to throw that clip here and decided to add almost no effects at all. See, that's how you edit a trick shot. There's absolutely no reason for me to see the same clip twice. Someone forgot to disable resample. Ignoring the fact that this clip is undoubtedly set up, this is yet another example of when the editor decided we need to see the same clip twice, which is particularly a problem with this part of the video because of how bare the edit is. Maybe I just don't get trick shots, but wasn't there roughly the same trick shot in the exact same spot 2 clips ago? And again, the guy's just standing there doing nothing, so another obviously set up clip.
I'm too weak to make it through. The soil I lay upon has been polluted with the truth, and I'm too sick to move. Arms made of lead along with the shortness of breath brought on by armies of dead men with no sense of regret.
Again, another setup clip. I feel like a broken record at this point. I get that with trick shots, it's what's done in the air while spinning that matters, but it just doesn't feel right hitting a shot with someone just standing still letting you hit it on them. It's clips like these that I view as akin to modded lobby clips. And now that I think about it, really the only reason that I'm able to see that these clips are set up is because the edit is so bare, which might be the reason why most trick shotting videos that I see are heavily edited. Just a thought.
There's a sickness in my body, every pore, every aperture, every avenue, for the light to escape its hold. Everything I touch, I leave my heart behind. Empty bones and undertones of fumes that sear my soul. I'll repair these tattered
Can one of the members of this team post a tutorial on how to get enemies on the other team without arms?
with a drop of cyanide upon my tongue. I'm filled with the creeping dose of bitter disgust of the world I used to trust.
I refuse to understand why some people insist on using the same private match sniper shot for almost every shot. The natural gun sounds in a clip sound so much better than the same gun sound over and over, especially with the last clip. One of the most satisfying things about a quad is the insanely loud hit marker, which just isn't present and makes the clip actually look worse. So that's the end of part 2. I have to say I like both the music and the editing much better in this part compared to the previous. The main things this editor should work on is adding more effects and being more consistent with gunshot noises. The clip placement is also a bit of an issue. He seemed to emphasize clips that I thought weren't that good and glossed over the clips that I thought were better. Overall, this is my favorite part so far. So the first thing I notice right off the bat is that the style of the text he chose for this specific part doesn't seem to go with the rest of the video that I've seen so far. It's certainly better than I can do personally, and the motion tracking is pretty good, but there's just something off about it. This is the first clip in the last part, a super faded quad headshot feed in Nuketown C spawn trap. The lens flare is also a bit too bright, but the color correction, however, isn't that bad. Am I hearing the MSR shot along with the BO2 headshot sound? Just no. What is up with these faded ass quad headshot feeds? I can do without the camera shaking every 5 seconds. If they wanted the opener to this part be a quad headshot feed, why isn't it this clip? Again with the fucking AS50 sound and the BO2 headshot sound. Stop it. Okay, real talk. Does anyone actually listen to this type of music? I've never met a single person who listens to quote unquote epic music before, so I'm not sure why this caught on as a trend for COD montages. It also seems like almost all of the videos with this type of music have the exact same fucking edit to them. Why? You know, I don't remember ever seeing such a long quad headshot feed section before. Maybe it's because it's fucking boring. Again, there goes Call of Duty copying Battlefield. I fucking hate the MSR sound overlaid on top of the BO2 headshot sound. And what is up with the sheer amount of faded quad headshot feeds and spawn traps? Leaving these out would make for a much better video. I'm fairly certain that Ballista has a silencer on it. When is this quad headshot feed section going to end? Finally, a clip that isn't a quad headshot feed. Maybe it ends now. Nope. Fucking stop! Finally, a clip that isn't a quad headshot feed. Ooh, an SL, but not that bad. So I guess it's a 6-on section now. Could have twixtered this clip a little later, but whatever. It feels like this song has just repeated the same sounds over and over again. It's getting on my nerves. Who listens to this shit? What? What the fuck? That may be the worst edited clip in this entire video, and it's the fucking closer. You don't even see the last shot. It's obvious what the clip is, but why cut the part where he shoots? Am I being punked? So that was the end of the final part. I have to say I think I dislike this part more than the first. The actual visual effects he used were much more bearable, with the exception of the lens flares and the cheesy snow dust overlays. But the drawn-out quad headshot feed section was just way too much. The 6-on section at the end was a nice touch, but it seemed a little out of place in context of the rest of the entire part being full of faded quad headshot feeds. I'm also not a too big a fan of the SL clips, along with the clips and spawn traps where you just watch other people spawn. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. The fucking mix between the BO2 headshot noise and the Modern Warfare 3 sniper sounds. Fuck that. What does gladiate mean? How is that relevant to the video? Wait a second. Wait, what are these clips? Why aren't these clips in the video? Why do they think that looks good? Why are they putting this at the end? What the fuck was the point of that? Why not just put those clips in the actual video? Alright. Okay, this is kind of, I mean... Alright, if you want to see the co-leader and the leader, you just look at the There's only one co-leader? You just look at the roster. Holy shit, they go through every single player? Dude, what? Who does this? I mean, This is technically their biggest trick shooters. Dude, I say that shit as a joke. Wait, there was 4 editors? Oh, okay, they have 4 editors on their team. Okay. Mascot character Stan. Dude, this is dragging on so long. Peasy Fear? Peasy Fear is the manager of this team? You shitting me? Alright, I'm stopping. What the fuck? Dude, they're spelling errors. I mean, I get that they're Japanese, but holy shit, you can't just type that in a Google Translate or something? So that was Killing Rampage by Ideal Brilliance. What concerned me the most about this was the lack of care that went into choosing the editors. The 3 parts are so different from each other, it's hard to even compare them. The first part was just way too much everything. The second part, albeit my favorite out of the 3, was way, way too bare. And the third part used horrible music, shitty audio effects, and poor clip placement. The first part could be made better by reducing the amount of unnecessary effects. The second part could use more unnecessary effects. The third part could have music that is anything but epic, less screen shake, less quad headshot feed sections, and a closer where you can actually see the closer. Overall, I give this video a 2 out of 5 stars. It could be better, but I don't know if it's the worst Call of Duty video I've ever seen. So there it is. This is the first time I've ever made a video like this before, so judging off the feedback and hopefully constructive criticism in the comments, I will do another one. I will be taking links on other objectively bad Call of Duty montages I should investigate through the comments on this video. Thanks for watching.